Nintendo reports that Wii U sales are up 15% this year over last year, and 3DS sales are up 65%. But this is really a bad story, just disguised as a good one. Nintendo only throws out statistics like this instead of giving actual numbers. If you look back 1 month, Nintendo said that sales were up 20% on Wii U and 80% on 3DS. So basically, what this report is saying is that Nintendo had a much worse April this year than they did last year.
Yeah, and Iwata has said that he expects new Nintendo 3DS to reverse the downward sales trend that the handheld has had, but I don't think that's really viable on a long-term scale. We saw big bursts in sales for the 3DS family in Japan and America as soon as the new 3DS came out, but within weeks they fizzled. Japan went from, selling 200,000 a week as soon as the new 3DS came out to now it's down to 20,000 just a couple months later. And I'm sure we're going to see similar things in America. Clearly there was a worse April, so I don't know that new 3DS can really drive sales on even a medium-term basis.
Well, I'll play devil's advocate for them a little bit, and I'll say that when new 3DS launched in the States, the February and March numbers were pretty good, but they were also driven by Majora's Mask 3D and Monster Hunter 4, both of which fans were anticipating for a long time on 3DS, not on some other platform. Whereas the only game really to come out for new 3DS since in America is Xenoblade Chronicles, which no one wanted on 3DS. They wanted it in HD on Wii U. So, I mean, when you look at the software releases and the truth that software drives hardware sales, it's not really surprising that 3DS sales are kind of moving toward the cliff. I think the real test will be if they keep injecting actually attractive and actually in-demand software, and the sales continue to decline.
Like a Paper Mario remake?
Yeah. My concern for that right now is just that there really is no 3DS launch schedule right now. There's, outside of Fire Emblem If and Binding of Isaac Rebirth, there's really not much announced for the platform, in the coming months.
Well, we can be sure that a new Pokemon game is coming this fall, and next fall, and the fall after that.
Well, and E3 is like next month, right? So
yeah, absolutely. And
unless
again,
they make that new Pokemon game have a lot of features exclusive to the new 3DS, I don't think that boosts sales at all, because everyone who wants
not by much
3DS for Pokemon already has.
No, not by much, but I mean, I think there is a lot of 3DS software that they're planning that we just don't know about yet, because they don't want to announce a deluge of 3DS software when we're waiting for things. Well, actually, with the release schedule this dry, it would make sense to hold a Nintendo Direct literally any time and announce 3DS software. But I think they are planning quite a few remakes. We've talked about this on the podcast before. Iwata said that is their strategy for Nintendo 3DS moving forward, is remaking games. So I think they are planning a lot of those, and I just think we haven't heard about them yet is all.
What I'd like for them to do is, after they remake those games, make follow-ups to those games.
Yes.
In the similar style. That would get people to come back, because people are nostalgic. And they might not just buy a game purely based on nostalgia, but, if they already have their new 3DS and they're looking to justify it, and they're big Nintendo fans because they have a new 3DS, then, right. Why not?
Yeah. Hello everybody, thank you for listening to this Nintendo Week clip, NWC. If you like what you hear, please subscribe to us here on YouTube for more highlights and discussion videos from Nintendo Week podcast, or subscribe to us on iTunes for weekly breakdowns of all your Nintendo news, discussion segments on subjects, games, and more, and tons of other features. Thanks for listening, and we will see you tomorrow with another NWC.